Hello, DC fans. This is J.A.R. 369, and welcome back for another, figure review. Today, I'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys, the new Batman Adventures Gold Label, the Girls Night Out 3-pack that features Poison Ivy, Livewire, and Supergirl. Made by DC Collectibles, released by McFarlane Toys. So, I finally got this 3-pack. It was a Amazon exclusive, and it was a retail for like $70, which is that's too much. But thankfully, I got this during prime time deals for $27, which is not bad. So here are the packaging. You can see the window exposing the figures and their accessories. You get the new Batman Adventures logo right there. You get Nightwing, Robin, and Batman Girls Night Out 3-pack. Poison Ivy, Livewire, and Supergirl's names on there on the top. New Adventures. Get the gold label right there. On this side here, you get an artwork image from the animated series. On the other side, just their names. And on the back, there's the artwork image of the characters in the animated series and all that. So, that's about it. Let's take all three of the girls out of their package. Here are Poison Ivy, Livewire, and Supergirl out of their package. Let's take a closer look at each of these figures. Let's start off with Poison Ivy in her new Batman Adventures series. Let's take off this stand here. Take a look at the head sculpt here. Looks pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Looks exactly like how she is in the animated series. Yeah, the design, the redesign, I would say. Yeah, the sculpting of the head face looks pretty good. The hair sculpt looks good. And take a look at her costume here. Obviously, her Poison Ivy outfit there with the long sleeve gloves here. And you can see like the leaves attached on her her legs there. And you get a fisted hands there. And her skin is all pale, obviously. Take a look at the boots. Very much Poison Ivy-ish boots there. And on the bottom, there's no legalese or peg holes in the bottom of her feet. But there's some legalese on her legs there as well. But overall, for the sculpting on the figure, looks pretty good. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. So let's put back Poison Ivy in her stand. Like so. There we go. There is Poison Ivy, and moving on to Girl of Steel, Supergirl. Let's remove that stand here. Yeah, take a look at the head sculpt here. Yeah, I'd say they did really not too bad of a job with her head sculpt. Looks pretty good. Looks exactly like how she is in the cartoon. Still looks good. Not too bad at all. You can see there's like a little hairband right there. And take a look at the costume here. You get the red cape here, which may have a flexible plastic. You get the white shirt with her S logo on there. You get the little mini skirt there. Take a look at her feet there. You can see there's like red shoes and some sculpted shoelaces there. And on the bottom, there's no legalese or pegals on the bottom of her feet. No legalese there. I'm guessing maybe on her cape. Yep, there's one right there. So yeah, overall for the figure, the sculpting on her looks pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So that's it for Supergirl. And moving on to Livewire. Let's take off her display stand. There we go. Now, the look on Livewire, yeah, the head sculpt looks pretty good. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Again, looks exactly like how she is in the animated series. So it looks pretty good. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. The hair sculpt looks good. Very pointy, so be careful with moving the head sculpt. Take a look at the outfit here. Nothing much, but you can see like a big old giant lightning bolt on her there. You get the gloves right here on each side. Just a fisted hands, but the orange does come with interchangeable hands. You get the thigh-high boots there on the figure. Nothing much on the feet. They're pretty tiny, I would say. On the bottom, there's no pegals or legalies there. But there's some legalies on her legs there as well. Yeah, nothing much, but still really not too bad looking figure, I would say. Yeah, I'd say originally DC Collectibles did a really great job with all three figures. Yeah, they did a really great job with them. Not too bad at all. Yeah, the sculptings on all three of them looks pretty good. Now moving on to articulation. All three of them have a ball jointed at the head there. They both have arms fully rotate. They do go in and out a little bit. Both elbows rotate. Both elbows bend and both of them rotate as well. All three of them have wrist articulation and hinges side to side. For Livewire, her left wrist broke, so I super glued it and never moves again, but does move the hands there perfectly. But it's a bit stiff, but no hinge, sadly. Thankfully, she has a lot of accessories, interchangeable hands. Both legs, all three ladies have leg articulations that go forward and back, in and out. Then at the knees on three of them. For Livewire, she has like a thigh-high boot rotation, which is very different from the others. And both Supergirl and Poison Ivy have ankle rotation, and all three of them have pivot forward and back. But Poison Ivy has an ankle pivot pivots side to side. So yeah, just a standard DC Collectibles articulation, but you can still give them some decent amount of posabilities if you're careful enough. For accessories, she does come, all three ladies do come with like around 12 interchangeable hands. 4 of them are Poison Ivy's, and the other 4 are Livewire's, and the other 4, of course, Supergirl's. So yeah, they look like they came with accessory holding hand and open palm hands on all of them. Well, for Livewire, she has like some type of like electricity holding hands. I'm pretty sure it is or isn't. I don't know. And of course, since this is the new Batman Adventures lines, let's stay up right here. All 3 girls came with the animation cell reproduction. You get one for Supergirl next to Batgirl, Livewire, and of course Poison Ivy. And they do came with display stands, very similar to the other animated series figure. I mean, the new Batman Adventures series figures that I reviewed a couple of times. And almost forgot to mention, for Livewire, she does come with an accessory, which is a lightning effect thingy here. Which I feel like this is more like Poison Ivy than Livewire, because it looks like it's... Because look at this, does it look like plant vines instead of, well, you know, electricity? Pretty weird, am I right? Yeah, I just don't know why originally DC Collectibles thought about that. Which is really weird. Who knows? I probably might display her with this. But anyway, overall for this 3-pack, I'd say it's a really not too bad looking figures, I would say. The sculpting on all 3 of them looks pretty good. Articulations, they both have different articulation, but you could still give them some decent amount of posabilities. Well, accessories, just a pair of interchangeable hands, that's it. Well, the Livewire accessory, the lightning, well, looks like more like it fits for Poison Ivy than Livewire. I don't know why. Maybe you could paint it like match the plants from the cartoon. Just paint it, that's it. But for me, I'm gonna just leave it like that, give it to Livewire. I do definitely recommend getting this 3-pack at Amazon for like $25. Well, I'm pretty sure now it's like $48 on sale. But I would recommend it. Wait for a bit more when it goes down. For my rate, I'm gonna give this 3-pack figure I'll give this 3-pack a 9 out of 10 for me. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please consider like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. All 3 links will be in the description down below. That's all I have to say. This is the McFarlane Toys, the new Batman Adventures Gold Label, the Girls Night Out 3-pack that features Poison Ivy, Livewire, and Supergirl. Made by DC Collectibles, released by McFarlane Toys. And this is J.A.R. 369. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next review. And remember, keep on collecting.